Hello, welcome back to the third video in the Petit computer MML tutorial series. Today, we're going to be focused on sharps and flats and changing the volume. So let's go ahead and load our scale. Load complete. So let's start out with sharps and flats. Sharps and flats are particularly the same. They just change the pitch of the note by a half step. If you go sharp, then you're making it a half step higher. If you go flat, you're making it a half step lower. So, we're going to change the C major scale into a C minor scale, which has three flats: E flat, A flat, and B flat. So what we're going to do is we're going to put a minus symbol behind the letter. So E flat would be E minus, A flat, A minus, and B flat, B minus. So we're going to do that for all three. Put a minus right after it. Not before or after it. Because if you put it before, it's going to make the note before it minor, or flat, sorry. And we don't want that because our scale will sound ugly. Now, let's test it out. How does that sound? Pretty sad? No, because minor scales are always down in the dumpy. You know. And that's how we do flats. So for sharps, I'm not going to do an example because C scales within like C, they usually don't have like sharps and stuff. So you would basically do the same thing as you would for a flat, but instead of using a minus sign, you would use a plus sign or a sharp sign. Let me show you. So you would use a plus like that, or you would use the hashtag. Yeah, hashtag. I call it a sharp sign. So now we're gonna work on volume. How do you do volume? It's kind of just like tempo. If you saw my other video, you put a V right after the instrument and you put your value. So let's try 10. Wow, I could barely hear it. The volume's still on. Let's try something greater, like 100. Now you can actually hear it. Let's reduce it by half. So let's put it at 50. Maybe it'll be softer, but you can actually hear it. Can you hear it? I can. Not sure about you guys. 70? 75? It's fun to play around with these things, you know. And that's what makes you a better programmer, like with anything. Just play around with it. Creativity is the key to programming. And you'll never know what you could do with something until you just test it out. My advice to you guys. So, that's how you change volume and do sharps and flats. See you next time.